Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. In today's video, we will be seeing the political science topic Environment Movement. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends. And also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new video. So without wasting time, let us get into today's video. So today's video is about environment movement. As humans are part of environment, they need to keep it clean and safe. See, we human beings are part of environment. So it is our duty to keep our environment clean and safe. But human beings are exploiting the resources of nature according to whims and fancies, and this leads to environmental degradation. So as human beings, they are exploiting the resources of nature according to their wish. And this exploitation leads to environmental degradation. So what is actually environment? Environment is a sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors. So environment means it is a sum total of all the biotic and abiotic factors, and it includes climate, atmosphere, air, water, soil and the like. So environment includes climate, atmosphere, air, water and the like, that is, it is a sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors. The incessant exploitation of natural resources and biodiversity has led to environment movement. So why do we have environment movement? To protect our environment from all these exploitation of natural resources and biodiversity, we have environment movements. Now what are the causes for this environment movement? So the first cause, to protect the environmental degradation. See, the government of India has taken measures for the economic development, including industrial and technological development. So the government have taken measures for the development, economic development. So for economic development, what they have done, that is in industrial and technological development have happened. This development led to industrialization, urbanization and their adverse effects like loss of cultivable land and fertility of soil. So this have led to industrialization and urbanization, development of cities. All these led to some adverse or negative effects like loss of cultivable land and fertility of soil, because more and more industrialization, more and more urbanization, development, construction, all these came, and because of this cultivable land was lost and fertility of soil was lost, and this had effect on the environment. So to protect our environment from all these things, environment movement started. So to protect the environmental degradation. The second cause is to protect biodiversity. To protect biodiversity. So deforestation for fuel and construction purposes have left the wildlife and birds to become orphans. So deforestation happened. Deforestation happened for what purpose? For the use of fuels, for construction purposes. All these trees were cut off and the wood was used for fuel and construction purpose. What happened then? This resulted in the wildlife and birds to become orphans, because forest is their house. So when forest is not there, they become orphans. Chipko movement and Apico movement and Save Western Ghats movements were started for this purpose. So to protect the forest, movements like Chipko movement, Apico movement, Save Western Ghats movement, all these types of movements started. So to protect the biodiversity, that is the second cause for environment movement. Third one, environmental education and consciousness. So living amidst environment, formal education in schools, colleges and non-governmental organizations have created awareness and consciousness among human beings. See, now we are studying about environment movement. We get consciousness regarding all these movements. So like that, we are living amidst the environment. We are a part of environment. We have formal education. We study about environment in schools, colleges, non-government organization, all these things. This created awareness and consciousness among human beings. Other than this, programs and rallies etc. have gone a long way in this direction. We have special rallies or programs to save the environment. So all these contributed to the protection or environmental movement. So environmental education and consciousness. Next one, to curb environmental decay. The greediness of people to excavate and exploit resources have resulted in soil erosion, drying up of rivers, pollution, etc. See, on the one side, people are greedy for development. So this have led to them using the resources more than what they need, that is exploitation of resources. This led to many negative effects like soil erosion, drying up of rivers, pollution, etc. So, to maintain equilibrium and to pressurize the people in power to take measures, these movements emerged. So, there should be a balance. See, the resources should be used in a particular quantity which will not affect the environment. So, an equilibrium should be maintained. So, to maintain this equilibrium and to pressurize the people in power or the leaders, these kind of movements emerged. So, all these are the causes for environment movement. We have 4 causes: to protect the environmental degradation, to protect biodiversity, environmental education and consciousness, and to curb environmental decay. Now next is the political implication of these kind of movements. So matters related to environmental protections are inserted through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976 in Part 4 of the Constitution. So we have to be very thorough with that. 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976. In Part 4 of the Constitution, the Directive Principles of State Policy. Here we find matters related to environmental protection. Now, Government of India established the National Committee for Environmental Planning under the Department of Science and Technology. So, a committee was there, that is a National Committee for Environmental Planning. This was under the Department of Science and Technology. So, which are the different plans or different programs? So, first one, Ganga Water Cleaning Plan. See, Sri M.C. Mehta, he was an environmentalist. He filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court with regard to cleaning of Ganga water. So, he took the cause of cleaning Ganga water. He filed an affidavit in Supreme Court with regard to cleaning of Ganga water, that is Sri M.C. Mehta. The Honorable Court directed the Union Government to frame a plan and expert committee recommended the following measures. So, regarding this, our Honorable Court, it directed the Union Government to make a plan how to clean the Ganga water. So, one expert committee was appointed, a group of people was there and they recommended the following measures. So, what is the measures? First one, establishing a processing unit to clean the drainage water near the river basin. So, one processing unit will be established. That unit is used to clean the drainage water near the Ganga river basin. Next one, to stop throwing dead bodies to the river and suggested to construct 28 crematoriums. So, instead of throwing dead bodies into the river directly, 28 crematoriums were constructed so that the dead bodies can be cremated properly. So, the water will remain clean. So, to stop throwing dead bodies to the river. Next was protection and maintenance of Taj Mahal. That was also a part of the program. The members of Krishnan Maharajan Committee, that is Sri S.K. Ghosh and R.C. Trivedi, conducted a study on the factors responsible for the pollution in and around Taj Mahal. So, this is the second program, this is the second program, that is protection and maintenance of Taj Mahal. Regarding protection and maintenance of Taj Mahal, the members of Krishnan Maharajan Committee, what did they do? that is Sri S.K. Ghosh and R.C. Trivedi, they conducted a study on the factors responsible for the pollution in and around Taj Mahal. So they studied what are the reasons, why is the area polluted, the causes they studied. Then it submitted its report in 1996 to the central government, stating that suitable measures are to be taken to protect the monument. So this committee submitted a report in 1996 to the central government. In that it stated that proper measures should be taken to protect the monument. So that is about protection and maintenance of Taj Mahal. Next one, legislation. That is, the government of India have made legislations on the following. Some special legislations are made on the following. That is, one by one we will see. First is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Water, that is Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Protection of Forest Act 1980. Air, that is Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Environmental Maintenance Act of 1986. Biodiversity Act of 2002 and Forest Conservation Act of 1980. So these were the different legislations, that is Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Water Act 1974, Protection of Forest Act 1980, Air Act of 1981, Environmental and Maintenance Act of 1986, Biodiversity Act of 2002, Forest Conservation Act of 1980. The states of Indian Union have also taken measures to legislate on environmental protection based on the guidelines of central government. So every states of Indian Union have also taken measures for different guidelines to protect the environment based on the different guidelines. Now regarding Government of Karnataka have opened regional offices in Bangalore, Davangere, Mangalore, Bidar, Tumkur, etc. to protect environment effectively. So many regional offices are there in different places, and these are to protect the environment effectively. And 3 divisional offices have also been started, that is in Dharwad, Mangalore and Gulbarga. Dharwad, Mangalore and Gulbarga, 3 divisional offices also have been started. So measures are also taken to punish those who violate the laws. Now let us see some of the movements regarding environment protection. That is, first is the Chipko movement, one of the prominent movement in which trees are protected in a non-violent method by hugging them. We have heard of Chipko movement. By hugging the trees in a non-violent way, the trees are protected and prevented from being cut off. That is, Chipko movement is very famous. Chandi Prasad Bhatt, a social activist, initiated this to protect the trees from cutting for commercial purpose. Rural women protested in a large scale, and they went to the extent of taking rally in the hilly area for 75 kilometers from Uttarkashi to Kaushali to create awareness. So it was started by Chandi Prasad Bhatt. He was a social activist to prevent the cutting of trees for commercial purpose. Even rural women, they protested in large scale, and they were conducting rallies in hilly areas for more than 75 kilometers to create awareness among the people. The movement was supported by Sundarlal Bahuguna, Ghanshyam and others. So that was the Chipko movement. Another famous movement was the Apico movement, inspired by the movement in north, that is inspired by Chipko movement. This movement was started in Malnad area of Karnataka, that is Apico movement. So the people of Sirsi, Siddhapura, Uttara Kannada district, they all united together to protest against the contractors who were permitted from the state government to cut trees in the forest. So these people, they were inspired by the movement in the north, and so they conducted, that is especially people of Sirsi, Siddhapura of Uttara Kannada district, they united together. They were protesting against the contractors who have been given permission by the state government for cutting trees in the forest. They hugged the trees while they were being cut, and that is how they protested in a non-violent way. Next is the very famous Narmada Bachao Andolan, that is farmers, tribals and local people along with environmentalists of non-government organization, they protested against the Sardar Sarovar project across the Narmada river in Gujarat. So there was a project called as Sardar Sarovar project, that is across the Narmada river in Gujarat, and the people, that is farmers, tribals, local people along with some environmentalists, they protested against this project. Baba Amte and Medha Patkar gave a new impetus to the movement. Two important people regarding the Narmada Bachao Andolan, that is Baba Amte and Medha Patkar, they gave a new impetus to the movement. The states of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra discussed the issue, but they failed to come to a conclusion. So, states of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, they actually discussed, but they failed to come to a conclusion. Finally, the central government intervened or interfered and suggested to settle the issue through water dispute tribunal. So, central government intervened in this and they suggested to settle the issue through the water dispute tribunals. Next is the Western Ghat movement, that is the movement started against the Dkpuc iron ore project in 1970. Western Ghats movement. It started against the Dkpuc iron ore project in 1970. So here 15 lakh acres of land was acquired for mining without providing proper rehabilitation for 4,000 affected families. So when the land was acquired for mining, proper rehabilitation was not provided for almost 4,000 families. Mining also affect the residents who settle on the river banks of Tungabhadra. So they were also affected. So environmentalists of Shimoga, Sringeri and Kalasa started cycle jathas with placard Save Tungamula and ban mining. So that is how they protested. So environmentalists from Shimoga, Sringeri and Kalasa, they started cycle rallies. They had placards with them which said Save Tungamula and ban mining. Next, achievements of Salumarada Timmaka. That is a very important topic regarding your environmental movement. Timmaka and Bikalu Chikkaya, they were couples of Hulikal village of Magdi Taluk, Ramnagara district. They were childless. So there was a couple, that is Timmaka and Biklu Chikkaya. They were from Hulikal village of Magdi Taluk, Ramnagara district. They did not have children. So to overcome this, they started planting banyan saplings on roadside between Kudur and Hulikal. So to overcome that sadness that they did not have children, they started planting small banyan saplings on the roadside between Kudur and Hulikal. They took care of them with their small earnings with sheer love and affection, and they started taking care of these banyan saplings like their own children. With full love and affection, they started taking care of these plants. The government of Karnataka has taken the responsibility of these 248 trees. So seeing this, the government of Karnataka has taken the responsibility of protecting these 248 trees. So that is the achievement of Salumarada Timmaka. So all these are some of the points regarding your environment movement. So now achievements of Salumarada Timmaka is recognized and honored by awarding Rajyotsava and National Award. So that point also is there. So they have been honored by giving them Rajyotsava and National Award. A seminar paper was presented in the United Nations on her contribution to the environment. So see how much it reached. A seminar paper was presented in the United Nations on her contribution to the environment. To create awareness among people, World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th June every year. So every year on 5th June we celebrate World Environment Day to create awareness among the people. So this much is about your environment movement. Now let us see some question answers. Who is the architect of Chipko movement? Chandi Prasad Bhatt. Who is the architect of Apiko movement? That is people of Malnad area of Karnataka. Where was Apiko movement started? Malnad area of Karnataka. Who is the main leader of Narmada Bachao Andolan? Baba Amte and Medha Patkar. Who filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court for Ganga water cleaning? Sri M.C. Mehta. When was the Biodiversity Act came into effect? 2002. Which is the native district of Salumarada Timmaka? That is Ramnagara district, Hulikal village, Magdi Taluk. Who started Western Ghats movement? Environmentalists of Shimoga, Kalasa and Sringeri. Which day is celebrated as the World Environment Day? 5th June. Name any two acts which relate to the protection of environment. Protection of Forest Act of 1980, Biodiversity Act of 2002. We have studied different acts. Any two from that you can write. What is environment? It is a sum total of all biotic and abiotic factors and conditions that surround and potentially influence organisms without becoming their constituent part, that is air, water, soil, etc. What are the causes for environment movement? We have discussed all the 4 causes in the video. What are the political implications of environment movement? The points under the same topic you can write and discuss the causes and political implication. Both these answers you can join together. So when it comes to causes alone or political implication alone, it will be 5-mark question. When causes and political implication come together, it will be a 10-mark question. So all these are the important points regarding environment movement. I hope you have understood all the points very clearly. In case of any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.